Merry Christmas, Jippers! I hope you've all had a really great Christmas. I've had a really good time. Of course, there was no video yesterday because I was too busy being excited for Christmas and enjoying all of the cool presents, food, movies, and good times with family. But I am back today, and I did want to show off some of the really cool stuff that I picked up this year as Christmas presents. Some of this stuff is mine, some of this stuff is Miss L Play's stuff, but I wanted to show some of it here. And in particular, there's some game stuff here that I want to show off because a lot of it will probably make its way onto the channel pretty soon. So let's take a look at the haul for this year. So obviously we both really freaking love video games, so that was a huge theme for this year's presents. We got a lot of games, so here is like a ton of the games that we picked up. These are mostly for Miss L Play's ones that I picked up for her. Some of them I'll probably play, maybe not, I don't know. I don't think any of these will be coming to the channel. The only one maybe is Sea of Thieves, so I've already got that. I've played it before. I actually thought it was kind of fun. I played it when it was in beta. Haven't really gone back since. But I picked it up for Miss L Plays because I thought that would be a cool thing that we could play together. So we've both got an Xbox. We could both jump on and play that and play multiplayer and maybe get up to some shenanigans. I don't know. Maybe that's something that will one day come to the channel with me and her playing together. We'll have to wait and see. Let me know if that's something you would want to see. But yeah, there's a whole load of cool games there. Some classics, Secret of Mana, the remastered version on the PS4. Octopath Traveler is meant to be freaking amazing, so I'll probably try that at some point. And Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as well. Like, you can't not get that, you know? It's just one of those games that you have to pick up for the Switch. So that was a big chunk of the games. They're the ones I kind of wanted to just glance over because I probably won't get too involved with. But these little beauties are the ones that I'll probably be playing with a bit more. So the Inpatient, this is one that I actually picked up for Miss L Plays. This is a freaking terrifying looking VR game. It's set in the Until Dawn universe. I think it's like a prequel to that story or something. But yeah, it's a horror game and it's in VR. I know a lot of you guys that have been enjoying my VR videos want me to play something scary. So maybe when Miss L Plays is done with this, I'll try that on the channel too. I don't know. I feel like I'll be so freaked out trying to play a horror game in VR. But at the same time, I know that it's an experience that I've got to try out, right? So, yeah, maybe that'll be the first one. Spyro, this was like one of my all-time favourite games as a kid. So, this was like top of my list of things that I wanted this year. Miss L Play's got this for me. I'm so excited to play this. I think this will be one that's like just for me. You know, I'm going to play that in my own time. No recording, no videos, but just know that I'm going to be absolutely loving this game. And reliving a lot of my childhood because that was just one of those games that I'll never forget playing. Some other cool games for the Xbox. So I wanted to pick up some more Xbox games because I've kind of got my Xbox One X and I just don't use it at all. Like, it's kind of sitting there collecting dust. Right now I'm using it to prop up a case that has my camera on it, and that is like the most use I get out of the freaking thing. So I wanted to pick up some more games that I'd actually play on there. Deus Ex, that is one that I would definitely play. I already have it on PlayStation, but I picked this up for Miss L Plays, and I'll probably end up playing it on the X just because it will look a bit prettier as well. And Titanfall 2. So a load of you have been telling me that that game is freaking awesome. I think it's like, it's kind of a hidden gem, right? Most people know what it is and have heard of it, but nobody really picked it up and played it. I think it came out at like the same time as Call of Duty and stuff. I can't remember exactly, but it just came out at a time and kind of just went, like, just fizzled out. Like, nobody got excited about it, nobody really talked about it. And it's meant to be, like, the best mech game ever made. And it's meant to have a really good single-player story, really freaking good storytelling, really good action, really beautiful graphics, and, of course, freaking giant robots. I mean, what more could you want? So, yeah, that's probably one that I might play on the channel. I haven't decided yet. And, of course, more PSVR games. Tetris Effect. This was another one that I was told by everybody that I had to pick up for the PSVR. I've been playing this a bit today. It's quite tough. I don't remember Tetris being hard. Like, I played it obviously as a kid, but I haven't really been into it ever since. I'm definitely like out of practice. I was on beginner and I failed a load of times, like really early on in the campaign, but I'm slowly starting to get there now. And it's one of those things you can already tell, like, as soon as you start to get the hang of it, you just feel like an absolute master. So yeah, soon I'll be a pro. Miss L Plays is better than me at that, and every other game. So that was most of the games I picked up. I did get a ton of games on the PSN store that were kind of like a Christmas present to myself, so I didn't get these as gifts or anything. But the PSN store's got a big sale on PlayStation VR games right now. They sold an absolute ton of PSVR units over Christmas. I think that was like the hot Christmas gift this year, right? I picked up one for Miss L Plays. I obviously picked it up recently for myself as well. And there are just so many great games on there for sale at the minute. So some good stuff to look forward to there. I've got them up on the little screen here, so I'm just like looking there to read them off. I've got Detached, which is like some crazy looking sci-fi game that looks awesome. Robinson the Journey. I've heard controls are pretty bad, but it looks freaking beautiful. and there are dinosaurs and lush forests and all that kind of stuff in VR. So all of these I will probably play on the channel 100%, even if it's just like an episode or two to try them out. But I'm pretty excited about VR right now. I was so hesitant to get it. Now that I've got it, I don't think I could ever go back. And I'm kind of like, I wish every game was VR, like from this point forward. It's that good, like jumping into it, which sounds weird because I was like, just not interested. I thought it was a gimmick really for a long time, but now I'm hooked, 100%. Unearthing Mars, another cool like sci-fi space game. I picked up the Star Wars Battlefront VR add-on thing, so I'll probably try that out. The Persistence, another sci-fi VR game that looks really good. That looks like AAA quality. Kind of has like a Bioshock vibe to it from what I've seen, so that should be fun. Definitely one that I want to play on the channel. Eagle Flight, which is basically just flying around as an eagle in VR, which will just be awesome like that. Being able to fly is a big like dream of mine. If I could have any superpower, it would be flight. That's something I was always dreamed of, so like being able to kind of experience that in VR will just be awesome for me. I picked up Riggs. That was another one that you guys told me to get. I wasn't really that interested into it. That's basically another big, huge, like, mecha robot combat thing, almost like fighting, but just, well, exactly like fighting as big, giant robots. So that will be fun. It's meant to be really good, actually. Really cheap now as well. So if you've got a VR and you haven't played that, maybe one to look at. The Solus Project, that's the last one on the list. Another sci-fi, like, exploring a crazy alien planet. There's a bit of a theme here. But yeah, that's another one that I picked up. So there's like 8 games there that I picked up for VR that I'm definitely going to be playing. All of them except Star Wars is the only one I might not play. I don't know if I'll play that on the channel. We'll probably do at least an episode of it. I don't know. Let me know what you think if you want to see that. But yeah, lots and lots of games. And that wasn't it for games, because we also got board game stuff as well. So I picked this and another one up. I'm going to make an absolute disaster if I try and grab this. Are you ready? Okay. Everything's wobbling. I picked up 2 board games from Miss L Place for Christmas. They're both, the thing with board games with us, like I have to find stuff that can be played with 2 players or more, because there's only really ever 2 of us. Like here, we don't have friends around very much. We live in London. Our families don't live nearby. So yeah, these are 2 games that you can play with just 2 people or more if you want. But we played both of them today. This is awesome. You basically build your own dungeon and you're against each other. So I have to build like a dangerous dungeon, and then she has to do the same, and we have to like try and kill off these heroes trying to get through our dungeon and be the boss of the dungeon kind of thing, and whoever has the best dungeon wins. So that was pretty fun. I really enjoyed that. Love the like retro NES era like case style there as well. It's like the whole thing is inspired by classic retro games and stuff. So yeah, that was a really cool little gift as well that I picked up. And I think I got that from like Waterstones or a bookstore or something like that. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And the other one was Forbidden Island. So in this, you work together, so you're not against each other in this one. So that's like if you want to kind of play together and you're not feeling competitive, this is the kind of game for you. But you basically have to escape this island, collect some treasure, but the whole time you're playing on this island, which is basically set out with a load of tiles and blocks and things, like the whole time you're playing, the island is flooding. So yeah, that was really fun. We played that. We actually survived, but we did it on like beginner mode. So we might try it on some of the harder ones later. I don't know. But the other thing, like whenever I'm playing stuff like this at the minute, I've got the Amazon Echo thing, is it called? So I just have Alexa play like sounds that fit whatever I'm doing at the minute, and I'm just having so much fun with that. So when I played this, I got Alexa to play like stormy ocean sounds in the background. So it sounded like there was actually waves coming in and stuff. And then like with this one, you can get it to play like spooky music or battle sounds and stuff. And there'll just be like little axes and sword fights going on in the background. I don't know. I'm a nerd. But it just makes it like really like fun, and I get so into it doing stuff like that. So that was most of the stuff for games. I got some cool clothes stuff as well. Like, I don't know if anybody cares or wants to see any of this stuff, but I got some really freaking neat trainers, some Feeler Disruptors in yellow. These are like, I don't know, these are just so cool. I love them. They look awesome, and they're like super quirky. I'm into like the whole street style thing at the moment, so yeah, I had to get those. They look freaking awesome. And of course, some clothes to go with it. I got a hoodie. I've got like a couple of oversized hoodies to kind of fit that look at the moment that I'm going for. 2 diesel ones. I got this one in yellow to go with those trainers, and I've got the exact same one in black, because I normally just wear black everything all the time. Black's my go-to colour, like whenever I'm not wearing a suit for work or anything, I just wear casual black wear. That's kind of what I go for. Cool little bag thing as well. So this is like one of those, I don't know, you wear it here. I'll probably not be confident enough to actually pull that off, but I like the look when I see it on other people, so we'll see how it goes. And then this one's like clothing and video games. So I got another yellow thing. This is an Atari t-shirt. I don't know, just cool classic retro gaming stuff. definitely up my vibe, up my street, I guess. And we're not done with the retro gaming stuff. Another one that I picked up for Miss L Plays, this was the SNES Mini Classic. I had to pick this up. I was going to get the NES Classic. I ended up picking that for my family. But of the two of them, this one has like a way better choice of games on it than the NES Classic did. I don't know why. Like, there are so many amazing Nintendo games they could pick to put on these things. So, I mean, only having 20 or 21 to begin with is silly. They should have like way more than that. You can emulate this stuff like for free if you want to, obviously. But I don't know. It's just a neat gift. And some really cool games on here. You've got Zelda on here, the Mario games, Castlevania. Earthbound is one that's like a cult classic, super like famous game nowadays. But I never played that as a kid, so that's one I want to try as well. A lot of these presents are cool because like we'll buy each other loads of stuff, but we're into the same stuff. So most of the things I buy for her, like I will play and have fun with too, and the same like when she buys me stuff. So yeah, I guess we're pretty lucky in that way. But yeah, that was another really cool thing. If I can slide it on here without breaking everything now. I know everything, like I've got everything around me on my desk, and I just know something is going to go terribly wrong any second now. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, I got this, of course, like my favourite thing. I got the Top Gek t-shirt. Miss L Plays got me that. Of course, knows me so well. Supreme Ruler of the Gek. I had to have this t-shirt from Redbubble. Super cool. I think that's like one of my favourite things. There's another thing that I'll show at the end that's like my absolute favourite thing. But yeah, this t-shirt was really cool. What else? So we got some like alcohol stuff as well. Like we don't drink loads, don't worry. When we're at home or anything. But we've been getting into like Japanese drink and stuff lately. So we've got a couple of different like Japanese beers. I got a nice little set with a couple of. I'll just show a few of them. I'm not gonna like try and show all of them. But Sapporo is the one that I like. I think these are quite popular, like famous beers in Japan. So they're not like your super rare niche going out and finding really authentic style beers, but they're just really tasty. So yeah, that's the one that I like, Sapporo. We got Kirin, which we haven't tried yet, so that's one maybe we'll try that tonight. And then Asahi, which I think if you've ever had Japanese beer, this is probably the one that you normally have. They always have that at like Comic-Con and Hyper Japan and that sort of stuff. But yeah, I don't know, we just like having a little beer in the evening when we're playing games or board games or watching telly or stuff. And then I got these two things, the same sort of theme, but a little bit nicer, a little bit fancier. So we got like this sake like glassware set. So this is like really, you're not going to be able to see it very well on the camera, but this is like really nice quality glassware set. And it basically comes with like the jug that you keep the sake in, but then you put, it's got like a section in the middle here. So if I can try and pull this out without breaking it. You put that inside the jug, and then you either fill it with ice to keep it cold or boiling water if you want to have hot sake, because that's something you do with like Japanese sake. You can have it hot for some of them, not all types. But yeah, I've not ever tried that, and it sounds really interesting to me. I don't normally like the whole having hot drinks cold, which is something that we do here a lot. So there's like iced tea and iced coffee in England. The thought of having something that's supposed to be hot cold, it just grosses me out. So I don't know, like having something that's supposed to be cold hot sounds less gross to me, but I don't know if I'm going to like it, but we'll give it a try. And then, of course, a nice bottle of sake to go with it. I don't know, like, I'm not super clued up on any of this kind of stuff. I just basically spent ages looking for one online that had a good review and said, like, yeah, this is actual proper sake that will give you an authentic taste for Japanese alcohol, and it's not like some really cheap knockoff version. So hopefully that's nice. I'll try it and I'll let you know. Okay, and then we got, so this is something that I really wanted. I've got some more of these coming as well. So the Simon Stalenhag book, The Electric State. So this is just an absolutely beautiful book. You've got my little bookmark in here. How cool is this? With a little peg on it. I think that was just a label that came with one of my... I think it came with this t-shirt, actually. But yeah, so I've been having a look through this. For anyone that doesn't know what these are, they're basically like really freaking beautiful sci-fi art books, I guess is what you'd call them. But this one has like story in and stuff as well. It's quite slim story, so it's not like a huge novel or anything. But let me try and like pull out some cool... Yeah, there's just some really cool... beautiful artwork that he puts into these, and I don't know, I just love that whole, I don't know, I'm on a bit of a thing for like sci-fi artwork at the moment. So it all started with No Man's Sky obviously, but yeah, just loving that at the moment. I'm just trying to see, like, there's some really cool pictures in here. I'm just trying to find like some of the other ones that I liked. Oh, this one's awesome. So yeah, I won't show like everything in here, but that's really cool. That was one of the things that I was really happy to get, actually. And there's a couple more books that he's done as well, and I've got those all on order, so they should be coming pretty soon. So maybe I'll show those off in like a Patreon only video or something like that. But yeah, I don't know, another really cool little gift there. Like, that's quite a unique thing to get as a gift, I think, but it's just awesome. Then I got, for my VR, I got the little charge controller things. So VR, the only bad thing about it is like trying to put it somewhere on my desk now that I've got it all set up and neat and tidy. So yeah, like anything that can help me organize my desk at the moment is a big win for me. This is one of them. It charges the little Move controllers and it just acts as a stand for them. So that was cool. And then if I can get it, a head, a freaking head. I got a head as a present, guys. So this is basically a VR stand. It looks cool. It's quite a minimalist one, so you can get some really weird stands for the VR that have like handles everywhere that hold the gun and the Move controllers and all the wires and cables. This one's just like the little headstand. You put the head on it, the headset, and it just keeps it like neat and tidy. They do loads of stuff like this for headphones as well, so you've probably seen that sort of thing. But whoop, I'm back. But yeah, that was really cool, and that's going to help my desk look nice and tidy, because you guys have seen the setup video. I don't want this place to get a mess anymore. It's so perfect that I've got it all how I want it, so it has to stay tidy. I know as soon as I let it get messy, that's it, game over. So yeah, that's good. And then I think I've got, so there's one more thing I want to show before I like end the video by showing my favourite pièce de résistance, like the best piece at the end. But this was something that I picked up for myself. This wasn't a gift, but I picked this up the other day, but I thought it'd be another cool thing to show in this video. And that's a big sci-fi artwork book, and this is Chris Foss. So the book is called Hardware, and it's basically a collection of all of Chris Foss's like definitive works. Obviously he's done loads of artwork over the years, but someone has pieced this all together and presenting it as like a portfolio type thing of all of his best or most famous works. So yeah, Chris Foss obviously I know about through Hello Games, through No Man's Sky, through the community of you guys. Absolutely beautiful freaking sci-fi artwork. There's some really cool stuff. I have to like try and find a page that hasn't got boobies in it. There are some naked people in some of these pictures. But yeah, it's just really freaking vibrant, beautiful, colourful sci-fi artwork. Like real 80s retro sci-fi artwork that's just so bright and colourful. Whereas today, like sci-fi art today is just really grey and dark a lot of the time. Not always, not always. Of course, like No Man's Sky is going for this kind of vibe. But this is the kind of setting and vibrance in sci-fi art that kind of inspired No Man's Sky. And Chris Foss obviously is one of the people that inspired them. So yeah, that was awesome to have. And I'm just like enjoying flicking through this every now and again with one of my little beers and just having a nice little time. So yeah. So that was a load of the presents that I got for Christmas. I did get some other little bits and bobs, but I just thought I'd show stuff that was hopefully you guys would find interesting. I don't know if this is a video that anyone even cares about. I guess it's probably a bit strange. We'll be back with the video games videos soon, and I'll be talking about gaming news and other games that I'm excited about. There are some games that I'm excited about that I want to talk about for 2019. I want to play more Fallout, more No Man's Sky, and loads of VR stuff. I'm going to be playing a lot more VR stuff, especially over the next couple of weeks, because I've just got all of these games for Christmas. Some of them for myself, but you know, it's Christmas still. So yeah, so that's going to be fun, and definitely stay tuned for that. And to end the video, I'm just going to show you my favourite thing that I got this year, and that was a nice, beautiful little vinyl record player, which of course I can now use with my No Man's Sky vinyl soundtrack. So I've been doing that, and just there's something authentic and relaxing and just nice about having it playing on an actual old vinyl player. So yeah, I mean, here it is. Just want to give a very big thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. It honestly feels freaking amazing to know that there are people out there that believe in what I do and think it's good enough to support me that extra step. So a huge thank you to Anakey, Dale from the Atlas Hub, David D, DeadDerezzer, Forgotten Stoner, Heath, HusbandVader, Jeremy J, Johannes A, Jtecnique, Kyle Culver, Lukash M, Foraday, Madeline J, Malindog, Mark F, Mark D, Mingrui, Neil B, NTB, Ongrad, Autumn Long, Paul Lawson, Rasmus K, Russell H, Shirokumajelly, Wise Gek G, the Golden Gek, the Portrait Dude, Todd C, Todd H, TyTheBlazer, Vanella, and Varunalays. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much.